So yeah, I guess I'll start from the beginning. I am a huge fan of music documentaries. Unsung is one of them. There's a lot of them, but I used to like Unsung because Unsung, it felt like they were telling a story about some of my favorite artists. Like, you look at artists that are super famous and you're like, oh yeah, but everyone knows about them. You know about the Michael Jacksons, the Jay-Z, the Beyoncés of the world. But there's other artists that made huge impacts of their own, but maybe they fell out of the sight of the world because of personal reasons, financial reasons, illnesses, whatever. And you just want to know what happened to them. Unsung kind of fills that void. And honestly, I was really into it when it first came out. My first episode I ever seen was the Clark Sisters. Then it was the DeBarge episode, but then there was a Shalimar episode. Let's stick with the Shalimar episode. I watched the Shalimar episode. I watched the first version of the Shalimar episode because now that I actually was able to, I'll get into that. I watched the first version because there's two versions of the Shalimar episode. There's one version, the original one, and there's one where they did a lot of edits because of things that legally happened. I was, I'm a huge fan of Shalimar. I'll keep it a buck with you. Jody Watley, Jeffrey Daniels, Howard Hewitt. That's the Shalimar that I know. Only because that's what I remember. Those songs that had the most hits, they had the most gems. That's who I want to see. If I ever go to a Shalimar concert, that's who I want to see. That's why I probably haven't been to a Shalimar concert because right now it's either Howard Hewitt and Jeffrey Daniels and Dick Griffey's daughter, or it's Jody Watley and her crew. And I really I don't know, call me spoiled, but I'm not holding my breath for that. But the reason why I'm making this video is because in 2016, they did a Howard Hewitt episode of Unsung. Why they would do a whole Howard Hewitt episode now, I'm asking myself, and I'm like, that's kind of shady, don't you think? But anyway, I must have been drunk. I really must have been drunk because I said some very foul stuff about Jody Watley. I called her a bitch. Basically, I was saying something along the line. Jody, if you're looking at this, you're probably like, you did? I'm Jamon. You screenshot my post on Facebook. Also, you probably didn't notice this, but you screenshot my old podcast Twitter post too. But the Twitter, I wish that was all you did because I would have just got excited. I would have left it alone. But the Facebook post was got my attention. First of all, I don't remember posting that at all. I must have been drunk. I really must have been drunk because it didn't get no reaction. I'm pretty boisterous on Facebook. People laugh at, all my stuff, but no one laughed at that. So obviously I was a little drunk and none of my friends found it funny. I found out about this. This is like 5 years later, over 5 years later. I'm a part of many communities on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse. We're enthusiasts for old school music. And the admins of said group, I'm an admin in one of the groups, but the admins of said groups, they are very strict about our involvement and interaction with artists. Like I said, I didn't know about this. Just totally went under the radar because I probably would have got checked earlier on. But this isn't the first time I've had an interaction with a celebrity. This is actually like the third or fourth time I've had an interaction with a celebrity when it came to reality television. The problem with reality TV is it's so scripted and it's so biased that you never know really who's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Someone once said, if you want to know the actual validity of a reality show, look how long it lasts. Certain reality shows don't last 1 or 2 seasons because they might be a little too normal for people, and they can't deal with that. And some of them are so over the top, they last as long as the Kardashians. Basically, this whole situation with Jody Watley, I actually have learned a lot since then about Unsung. This is why I said it used to be one of my favorite shows. I think I want to say it was the Escape episode. I know a few people that have worked with them down in Georgia and Atlanta. And there was a lot of things said where Unsung kind of did their own thing with the footage. And it wasn't just them, it was the SWV episode. Even the E40 episode was kind of weird. It wasn't bad, it was just weird. It's like Unsung likes to focus on drama. They don't really focus on the music, they focus more on the drama. And I know drama sells. People want the tea. That's what this society is about. They want the tea. I can honestly name more Jody Watley songs than I can Howard Hughes songs. Howard Hughes was more of my aunts and uncles type of music. Jody Watley was, fresh, and her music was right up the alley of this young 80s boy. You know what I'm saying? 1987, 88, singing Looking for New Love and You Were My Everything. That was those had more of a pop feel to me at my age at that time. So for me to write something like that was, I don't know what was going on in my head. I'm here because I need to thoroughly, sincerely, honestly apologize to Miss Jody Watley. Jody, it was not my Miss Watley, it was not my intention to disrespect you. And you can see the post. The post is still on her webpage, not her Facebook page, on her webpage. It was the first of many posts she addressed it. So, and like I said, this is the first time I've had an interaction with a celebrity. Actually, Robbie from City High, he was on Intervention, and I was kind of making fun of him. And I had tagged him, but I didn't know I was actually tagging his real page, not his fan page. And he promptly responded to me, and we had a private conversation. And I ain't gonna say we're best friends or we're friends, even friends, but he is definitely somebody who I chat with a lot. With the Unsung thing, the last straw with me came with the Drew Hill episode. I'm friends with Woody Rock, one of the members. We converse a lot, and I hate bringing his name up because James he doesn't even want to be in the limelight like that no more. But he definitely pointed out some inconsistencies in the Unsung episode. One being that a lot of the interviews were old, and people they just kind of piece together what they want. I understand that television has editing, and if you were to just let it go, it'd be long as hell. But when they edit it to a point where the narrative goes the way they want it to go, it leaves us fans confused because we think that's how it went, and that's not how it always was. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I personally, I think that episode and the Mystical episode was like kind of like I was done. I watched the Mystical episode because I really like Mystical. My family has worked with him before. And, I watched it, and there were so many inconsistencies with that episode. And the interviews looked very old, and it looked like they were just holding on to it to a point where which just happened to be, he was acquitted of all charges he was originally facing. So they figured they can get some ratings out of that. But hey, that's just what it is. I, myself, once again, apologize to Jody Watley because no woman, no black woman deserves that. No legendary person like Jody Watley deserves to be called a bitch, especially when she's standing on her ground. I read the article. Well, I read most of the article. It's a very thorough article, Jody, that you wrote on your page, and a lot of it is kind of matched to my feelings today. I don't know Dick Griffey's daughter like that, and I've never really heard her sing, but it all seems kind of weird that, not is put out there the way the two Shalimar episodes and the Howard Hughes episode were kind of laid out. And I'm not saying it's Howard's fault, but, I don't know. It does seem kind of shady. But I was actually on the road when I my admin from the group I was in sent me a screenshot, and she was very upset. She was like, "Is this you? Did you write this? You need to fix that now. You need to delete that now." And I'm like, "Well, it's a little too late. She had already screenshot it on her page 5 years." She apologized to her. I mean, we're serious about it. Like I said, I really didn't know what I was saying, but I said it, and it was said. There's no excuse. None. I'm ashamed, for real. My mother would lose her mind. She found out I called Jody Watley a bitch, and she saw it. My mother would be very upset if she knew that Jody Watley knew that I called her a bitch, because that's not the type of person that I am, especially to someone that's as decorated and talented as she is. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what to say. I'm at a loss of words, because, like I said, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I did that? Okay, so she's not a bitch. She's not a gold digger. That's Jody Watley. That's Jody motherfucking Watley. Y'all better put some respect on her name, because I sure in the hell am. And once again, Miss Watley, I do apologize. I wish you the best. I apologize to you. I apologize to your family. I apologize to your associates, all your business associates, your friends, anyone that took offense to that, fans that took offense to that. I know it's 5 years old, but like I said, I just saw it. And I was dead wrong for that. So, with that said, I bid y'all a good day. And thank you for your time.